Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to another edition of the Summer Daily Show live. As I said to you guys last week, going to try and bring you the show live every Tuesday and Thursday. So I'm back. It's your boy Drift today. Not too many topics to talk about today. Not too many. But we'll start with the things we have to get out of the way. You lot know, ain't no one who's going to be more damaged by this than me. But he's been seen in the Bayern Munich kit today, Sadio Mane. So it's pretty much all but done. And yeah, I genuinely can't believe it's even happening, if I'm being completely honest with you. But Psycho. Anyway, speaking of players leaving, this man here, Mr. Neco, I put it on record. I personally don't think selling him was what we should have done. Yeah, look, I think Neco Williams has proved when he's played for Wales, when he's played for Fulham, he's a very good player, man. I don't think he goes in a bracket of players who aren't good enough for Liverpool. Maybe he wants more playing time at his age now. I'm not sure. I don't know. But good luck to him if he does end up leaving. Do you know what I mean? There's absolutely no doubt in my mind he will be a success. I don't know how other people feel, but I definitely feel like he'll be a success. Fulham seem to be the front runners at the moment. And that would be brilliant for him. He knows the club now. He's been there for a little while. And apparently, it's about 15 to 20 mil that we're asking for. Look, if Fulham can afford that, then I think it'd be a great acquisition. That 15 mil, I don't know where that's going to go. In terms of the transfer kitty, you already know how it is with our club. You already know what it's like with our club. Are they going to put it back into the club? Who knows? How much we pay for Ramsey? About 8 mil, 6 mil, something like that, right? So we'll cover that, and then I don't know, maybe half the first payment on Nunes or whatever. Who knows? But yeah, I wish him luck. I really do. I think he's a good player, man. I think he'll have a good career. I think he'll do well. And yeah, man, let's see if somebody comes in and gives us what we want for him. 1 second. Big up yourself, pimp, as always. Big up G. Don't forget the £90. Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I have no idea how I'm gonna manage to do what you asked me to do, or what or what your thinking, your proposition is, bro. If I can, I will. That's gonna have to be some serious wordplay to fit that in. Obviously, the people who know what we're talking about, if I get to do it. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, bro. But big up yourself as always. Just before I move on to the next subject, MC, big up, bro. Drift, bro. Do you think that Mane left for money, or because he wants a new challenge? You know what? If I'm being completely honest with you, I know it was the money, but I don't think the new challenge thing was something he was opposed to anyway. And I'm never really gonna get it. I'm never gonna get it, bro. I'm never ever gonna understand why the board have this kind of notion that when you hit 30, you're no longer valuable anymore. I really don't get it. I really don't get it. And if that is the case, then that means that we've always pretty much just got to prepare ourselves for any Don to leave the club when they get to that age. Did it to Genie, did it to Mane. Are they going to do it to Mo? Looks like it. Looks like he's going to walk away. I don't know. You tell me, innit? We're talking about some of our most valuable players, some of our most important players. And they're just going. Just because they're 30. Because I can guarantee you, if Gino Wijnaldum was 27, at the exact same time he had that contract situation, he gets a new deal. If Mane was 27, he gets a new deal. What they're asking for, they would most likely have got. Or there'll be a very good compromise given for them to remain at the club. I don't know. Is 40 the new... I don't know. Is 40 the new 80? Because 30 say is 30 the new 80? Because to me, once you hit 30 at Liverpool, you seem to be done. So, you know what I mean? I mean, look, I don't know. I haven't even looked into it because I don't want to know, because I don't want to be upset anymore. But if Vex Blazer's right, and he's getting 250 basic wage, you know, plus then incentives after that. Well, at Bayern, are you telling me Liverpool couldn't give Mane 250? I mean, come on, look. Let's not even go there. Yeah, let's not even go there. Although I do get a couple of people are saying that he's got family in Germany, so I understand that. But you got family everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, I got family in Florida. I'm not gonna go and live there. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like, I get it. It makes it easier. Of course it does. But that ain't a reason. Big up yourself, bro. Says big up Drift and love Team Kop-Ish. Love you too, brother. Big up yourself, man. And Chris, big up yourself, bro. It's a stigma in US sport. FSG, subscribe to that idea. Yeah, it looks that way, bro. I don't know. In America, do they think you're over the hill once you get to 30? I don't know, man. They need to get used to the idea that in England and in football, a 30-year-old is a peak player. Let's keep it a buck. If you think about scientifically even, and obviously there's a lot dependent on this, whether you've been ran into the ground, how much running you've done in the past, what your career's been like, have you been injury prone? There are loads of things that play into it. But generally speaking, in the sporting, you know, like as a human being, in football, in fighting, in athletics, in all aspects of life, 27 to 32 is when you're at your physical peak, when you're at the peak of your powers, when you are capable of doing the strongest, fastest, whatever it may be, especially when it comes to things like sprinting and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, you look at Bolt and you look at Linford Christie and some of the fastest runners, Gay, some of the fastest sprinters and the people who've set the records in athletics, 27 to 32 is usually around the time when they've done it. I'm sure Linford Christie might have even been a little bit older than that. You look at football and obviously Messi and Cristiano and a couple of players who, when they're younger, they're absolute ballers. And yeah, you've got that youthfulness. Don't get me wrong, but we're talking about peak. And it isn't even just about physical as well. It's about the mental. When you get to that point in your life where you understand things more, you understand what you're doing more, you like just your confidence levels, your understanding, all the knowledge you've acquired along the way. It's usually 27 to 32. So for a 30-year-old to be seen as done out is confusing. But I digress. I mean, yeah, this is a good point as well. Did they make exceptions to the rules then? Curry and LeBron, well over 30. I definitely know LeBron is still getting paid, still here. I don't know, man. I don't know. FSG need to fix up, man, because this is on some joke thing. But anyway, this guy continues to be linked with Liverpool. I'm gonna keep it a buck, guys. I don't want him. he's not a bad player by any stretch of the imagination, Asensio. But I don't think he hasn't kicked on. He hasn't done what we thought he would. You know, when he came through. I remember at the time, what would have been now 3 or 4 years ago now, maybe somewhere around there. He came through with the likes of Dembele and Martial and a lot of the young bucks that were coming through and were entering the world stage. And a lot of people believed, I don't know if it was media hype, Real Madrid hype. I mean, he was performing well, don't get me wrong. A lot of people believed he would be what Haaland is now. A lot of people believed that his trajectory would just continue to rise and he was going to go on to be a world star. And it just hasn't quite worked out that way for whatever. So I believe the guy's still got ability in there. You're not a Real Madrid player for what, 4 years or whatever. If you don't, I just don't think he'd be the right fit for Liverpool. I don't. The only thing that I think that would be good about getting him would be that he can play right wing, and that would mean that there'd be cover for Mo, which isn't a bad thing at all. So that would be the only thing that I would think, all right, well, maybe there's a little bit of, you know what I mean, of logic there. But nah, I'm not for him. I don't know what anyone else thinks, but nah. Only way I'd be okay with Asensio is if he was on top of 4 or 5 other signings and he was just like the icing on the cake. You'd be like, oh, raw, they threw in Asensio as well, yeah? Raw. So what are you saying? Paqueta, Gnabry, Ramsey, Nunes, what? And then you just throw him on top. Ah, yeah, go on then. Do your thing, innit? Cherry on top and that. But nah, if he's seen as like a marquee kind of signing, nah. Yeah, Ash, perfect. Just like Shaqiri was. Shaqiri was just like icing on the top. I think Shaqiri could have had a better Liverpool career if Klopp had trusted him a bit more, but I won't go into that. But you know what I mean? If he's a little cherry on top, wonderful. If it's like 40, 50 million, I've seen some of them kind of numbers being branded around. That's a marquee signing when you're Liverpool. Nah. Nah. Big up yourself, Jamie, in the building, as always, bro. Big up yourself. I'm not doing well. I don't know, bro. I don't know if you've seen the Mane pictures in a Bayern Munich kit, bro. I'm not doing well, but I'm doing well, if that makes sense. Big up Ash. Said Drift. If you ain't, go check Simicas's Insta. No, I haven't. I'll check it out though. The hairstyles are madness. Yeah, no, I'll check that out, bro. Greek Scouts looking like a hold on, a Sean Paul tribute. Oh, Kane roll. For a minute, I thought he was saying that he did a 0.5 because I'm sure Sean Paul's bald now, isn't it? Oh, okay, always you got the Kane roll, yeah. I'll go and have a look. Man, like Simi, yeah, fully adapting the culture. You gotta love it. Let me just see what a couple of people are saying before I move on to the next subject. Anfield Road makes a good point. But then again, he did just sign a new deal, VVD though. But I think the only reason they've made an exception to the rule for Van Dijk and Alisson with their contract extensions is because there isn't as much stigma around centre backs and goalkeepers, especially goalkeepers. Everybody knows that goalkeepers 30 is like seen as their absolute prime, and goalkeepers can play until they're 35, 36 quite easily in comparison with outfield players. So there's not as much stigma tied to it. And with centre backs, kind of a little bit along the same lines. And his wage demands weren't that high. I'm going to keep it a buck with you guys. Van Dijk was willing to take 215 a week. That's probably the absolute maximum they're willing to go to. So they were like, look, he's willing to go within the restraints of what our wages are. Let's do it. Because don't get me, if Mane and Mo were willing to just take the exact same contract that they're on, they probably would have been done and dusted, and Mane wouldn't be a Bayern Munich player, you know? But Yeah, no, Jamie, that's what we were just saying. 3-year contract, 250 a week. Look, maybe he did want a new challenge, but I definitely believe there's something to do with the wages in there. Mane didn't want to leave Liverpool. He was absolutely fine at Liverpool. He didn't want to. He didn't want to leave Liverpool. All right, moving on. And this is going to make sense, and it's not going to make sense because there are some reports talking about Naby Keita and that a contract renewal is a priority. Now, I've been over this in my members video. Big up everyone who's seen that. So I'm not going to go over it again. And I also went over it a little bit yesterday as I touched on the Ox situation again. I'm not going to go on another rant. I'm not going to get too involved in that. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. But apparently, giving him a new contract is a priority, rabbit fingers. Which is a little conflicting, and maybe, I don't know, because this guy right here, Nicolò Barella, there are a few rumours that we're trying to buy him. There are a few rumours that we are willing to offer Naby plus money to get him. So, I don't know which reports to believe right now. You know what's going to upset me? The one more likely to believe is that Naby is a priority to get a new contract and continue to be mediocre at Liverpool, and that's just how we roll, innit? Oh, man. Big up Philip says, Drift, did you know Monts is doing a 5-hour live stream on Transfer Deadline Day? I didn't. I'm going to have to give him a shout. He's good. That's going to be to cover all the other teams because I know Monts already knows we ain't going to be buying no one. Now, the Barella thing, they want 90 million euros, which works out to be around 77 million pounds. Now, guys, in the chat, and big up yourselves. Make sure you smash that like button, guys, while you're here. Subscribe if you're new. He's an absolute baller. Now, I don't quite think he's worth 77 million. Nah, he's not. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Like, he's not worth 77 million. 77 million is an outstanding amount of money in any walk of football. Yeah, let's not get it twisted. Even if you're a Man City or a PSG, you don't throw 77 million around lightly. Yeah, that is not a small chunk of change. But if we're talking about future proof in the midfield, and if we're talking about one of the best talents in in world football, Barella is one of those. Without a doubt. He is an absolute baller. So as much as I don't think he's worth 77 million, that's the going rate, innit? It is what it is. You got to pay what it is. We had to do the same thing for Nunes. Obviously, Nunes is younger, but we had to do the same thing. Sometimes you got to overpay to get who you want. If this is who Klopp wants, and apparently Klopp is one of the biggest admirers of Barella you'll find. I read an article today, and it was basically explaining, I mean, it could be taken out of context, that Klopp was gushing over Barella in his praise. Now, this is the part where I do believe that FSG and Klopp don't agree. And I know Cal was saying that we don't do certain things, he's got to put Klopp in the same bracket as them. And this is where I don't believe, and as I explained yesterday, I don't believe. Because I know for a fact there are players out there that Klopp would pay for if it was the only way he could get that player to make sure he had the exact squad that he wants. This is an example of it. He knows that FSG will not give him 77 million for Barella. So he doesn't even waste his time fantasizing about it, getting himself worked up. But are you guys telling me he don't want him? Because that is bullshit. There is nobody telling me that Jurgen Klopp is going to turn down Barella if he has the opportunity to have him. If money is no object, anybody who thinks that is bullshit. I'm telling you. He wants Barella 100%. But We know what FSG are like. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Jamie. I agree with you, but no, I do believe that they will look at the transfer, and that will still put them off. 77 million, because his wages aren't even that high. Barella's one of the players we could 1,000% get in our wage structure. 100%. Apparently, he's on less than 100 grand a week at the moment. 100% he would come in and take less wages. It would be the fee. It would 100% be the fee. Big up your damn self, John. As always, brother. Appreciate the support. And how are you doing today, sir? You know what? This is an interesting question from Alex. Drift, do you think transfer fee amount is still relevant in football? In my opinion, it isn't really relevant anymore. It just matters that the player performs. Do you know what? That is a good point. I can't front. That is a good point. The football has become so money dominated and the market is so skewed now and all over the place. You got a point, you know. It is actually irrelevant how much. I mean, not look, when you got owners like we have, I wouldn't go as far as irrelevant. No, if you're FSG, it is relevant, bro. But I 100% get what you mean. I reckon if there was I'll give you an example. If there was a striker and you could go into the future and you could actually see what was going to happen, and he was going to score 35 to 45 goals every year, absolute guaranteed without fail, throw 10, 15 assists sprinkled on top of that if you want, and he wouldn't get injured. And you could actually look into the future and see that for 5 years, that was his trajectory and that was what he was guaranteed to give you. And he could come back to the reality. If a team said they want 250 mil for him, you'd pay it because you would know you're about to get all of that amazing, goals and whatever to come. So you wouldn't even care about the investment. So you're right. I think the only reason why the transfer fee matters now is will he perform or not, based on are you getting the return? Because the money's so stupid now. It is what it is, man. Let's keep it a buck, man. Football's gone mad. You still get the odd brilliant, Basuma and that kind of thing, mainly down to people running down their contracts. But yeah, I kind of get where you're coming from on that. But yeah, Barella, guys, how you lot feeling? I think this will be an absolutely sensational signing for us, but I just don't see Liverpool. And here's the thing as well: the money plus Naby swap. That's a football manager thing. I never truly believed the swaps. Apart from Mkhitaryan and Sanchez, I don't remember there being Ibrahimovic and Etu. There aren't many. In all my years of football, there are not many, especially high profile. Like you have our player, we have your player moments. Very rarely, if you lot can let me know of any others. So I don't know. I really don't know. I think Naby would suit Italian football wonderfully, though. It'd be a brilliant move for him. Inter Milan would be getting a player that I think would perform well for them. They'd be getting money on top. It'll be a brilliant swap for everyone. Danilo and Cancelo. Big up yourself, bro. Yeah, that's another one. Pjanic and Arthur. Although, didn't they do that? Didn't they buy each other? So it wasn't really a swap on that Pjanic one. But yeah, that another. So there's a few. But you know what I mean? If you think about it, we're still scratching our heads to find more than maybe 5 or 6 times this has happened in all the years of the Premier League or all the years that I've been alive. You know what I mean? It's not really, it isn't really something that happens regular. So it's not something that when I see it, I'm like, oh, yeah, look, that could happen. Because I'm like, it's not a regular occurrence in football. But yeah, I think Naby would be perfect for Italian football. Barella would be perfect for us. So if there was a way to pull that off, look, it is what it is, man. It'll be amazing. But look, at that money, we ain't paying 77 million. So we'll see, innit? We'll see. Let's just hope Klopp has hollered at FSG and he's just like, look, guys, I need this guy. If you want me to go on and win, I need this guy. Because I'm not going to lie, guys. A midfield of Flacco, Thiago, and Barella? Man, I hit you with that Jada kiss, bruv. Are you crazy? Yo. Yeah, let's see who's predictable then. I was just about to swear, but it's the middle of the day. Look, we'll see in it. I ain't holding my breath, and I wouldn't suggest anyone else does. If you enjoy your life, then don't hold your breath on this one. You know what I mean? But Barella, Thiago, and Flacco, I like it. I like it a lot. But I ain't gonna get my hopes up. But there you have it, people. Big up your damn selves as always. Smash that like button. It's been your Summer Daily News show for today. And you know what I mean? Let's keep on hoping. Let's keep on hoping. I'm just seeing if there's anything quickly. No supers I've missed or anything. And big up yourselves, everyone who's supered in as well today. Big up your damn selves. Smash that like button. Make sure you go and follow Jamie as well, guys. Jamie's in the building. Make sure you go show that love. And to everyone as well, man. Smashing that like button and subscribing truly, truly helps all of us to build the channel. So make sure you get that done. And as always, man, big up yourselves. Love you all. And yeah, maybe tomorrow there'll be an update on something important. For now, Naby's staying. Ox is staying. Mane's gone. Divock is gone. The fuck is going on, bro? So, I know it's a daytime, but I couldn't help myself. I'm out, peeps. Peace.